Hi, I'm Denmark and this is Just Press Play. And in this place, we talk about life, culture, faith, and how it affects us as Christian believers. And today, I want to share with you a story about an old episode in an old TV show, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Hindi na natin siguro inabutan to, no? Pero yung iba, baka alam to, lalo na yung mahilig sa horror. No? But this is a story about a pretty woman serving a life sentence in prison. And galit siya sa situation niya, resentful siya sa situation niya, and she decided that she would rather die than to live another year in prison. So over the years, no, nung sentence niya, she became good friends with one of the prison caretakers. Naging best friends sila. The caretaker's job, among others, was to bury the prisoners who died in a graveyard just outside the prison walls. So this would be the routine when a prisoner died. The caretaker would ring a bell and everyone will hear it. And then the caretaker get the body and put it in a casket. And then he will enter his office and fill out the death certificate and every paperwork. Then he will return to the casket, nailing the lid shut. So finally, he will put the casket into a wagon and then drive out into the graveyard and then bury the body outside. So, na-share to nung caretaker sa babae niyang best friend, no? So, knowing this routine, the woman devised an escape plan. Ito na, tataka siya. And shared it with his friend, the caretaker. Sabi, ganito yung plano. Ayoko na dito sa office. Sa prison. Gusto ko nang tumakas. So, itong gagawin ko. The next time the bell would ring, sabi ng babae, she would leave her cell and sneak into the dark room where all the coffins are. Then, she would go inside the coffin with the dead body while the caretaker was filling out the paperwork. When the caretaker returned, he would nail the coffin shut and then take the body along with the escaped prisoner into the graveyard and then get buried. And then later on into the night, babalikan na lang siya, huhukayin siya para makatakas, and then she's free. So, that was the plan, no? The woman, no, na habang nandun siya sa loob ng coffin, may enough air lang para hanggang bumalik tapos makatakas na siya ulit. So, yun yung plano. Shinare niya dun sa caretaker. Syempre, yung caretaker reluctant, no? Ayaw niya tong planong to. But since he and the woman have become good friends, pumayag na din siya. So, the woman waited several months. Weeks, months, hanggang may namatay ulit. And when the dead person died, no, they were all sleeping. So, nagring yung bell, nagising sila. So, she head to the lock of her cell. So, she picked it, no, tumakas siya. She slowly walked down the hallway and she was nearly caught a couple of times. Kasi nga, tumatakas siya. Her heart was beating so fast until umabot siya dun sa room kung nasaan yung mga coffin. So quietly in the dark, she found the coffin that contained the dead body, and she carefully climbed into that coffin and pulled the lid shut, waiting for the caretaker to nail the lid, no, para sarado na talaga. So soon, she heard footsteps and the pounding of hammer and nails. And even though it was very uncomfortable doon sa loob, isipin mo kasama mo yung dead body, no? She knew that with each nail, mas napapalapit na yung freedom niya. Okay? So, finally, the coffin was lifted into the wagon. And then, nararamdaman nang lumalabas na sila sa graveyard. And she could feel the coffin being lowered into the ground. So, habang bumabaksak siya at tumama yung buong coffin dun sa ground, di siya umimik. Siyempre, mahuhuli siya. So, nung nag-hit rock bottom, ang next na nun yung mga buhangin. So, nilagay na yung buhangin, yung soil, no? So, nilalagay na yung soil. And she was hearing this. So, na-excite na siya. Sabi niya, yes, konti na lang. Makakalaya na ako. So, after several minutes of absolute silence, nung natakpan na lahat, she began to laugh and she was free. She was free. Yun yung sinasabi niya, yes, nakalaya na ako. Antayin ko na lang si caretaker. Malaya na ako. So, dahil nag-aantay siya sa caretaker, no, she was feeling curious. Sabi niya, tingnan ko nga sino tong namatay, baka kakilala ko. No? And nung binuksan niya yung match na dala niya, pag open up niya ng match niya, guess what, no? Yung katabi niya dun sa coffin, kung nasan din siya nakatago, was her friend, the caretaker. So, the final scene faded to black and you can hear the woman screaming, no, wala, there goes the plan. Kasama din siya sa hukay. So, let's talk about this for a moment, no? Many people believe that they have life figured out. So, parang ganito lang gagawin ko. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Ito yung plano, makakatakas ako, magagawa ko yung gusto kong gawin. Or more or less, parang ganyan, no? Ganyan na mag-isip. They plan to do anything that they want, even if it's unlawful or illegal, no, to live the life by their own rules, no. Ang mga mantra nila ay YOLO at saka FOMO, kasi feeling nila pag nagawa nila yan, may freedom and may happiness, no. Yun yung feeling nila how life is supposed to be and how life, what life they can live out. But it comes to the point that we forget that there are boundaries, no, na nilagay, and boundaries in life are placed there to keep us safe and to enjoy life within that confines na kung nasan yung boundaries. And you have to remember that boundaries are a two-way street. One is to keep us from going outside the safe zone and from the bad things that are outside the safe zone to come in. So yan yung silbi ng boundaries. That is why we can't really say na we have figured out how life is. Kasi nga, beyond the boundaries, madaming dangers and hindi natin alam. And truth be told, wala naman talagang nakakaalam kung paano naman talaga yung buhay. Diba? When we try to do it that way, we're gonna find ourselves in more harm than when we started. So that is why, in life, we need the guidance of God. Because it is only God who knows everything, how everything works, and how everything goes, no? Ang tawag doon sovereignty kasi nga all-knowing siya. And you know, pag ganun yung God natin, it brings us comfort that we can completely put our trust in Him. Okay? And I mean, think about it. Kanino ka pa ba maghahanap ng safety, ng security? No? Wala nang iba instead on sa Panginoon where we can put your full trust and your full life in His hands. So, if we continue to live our life the way that we want to, in the end, however, it's gonna end up the same way katulad dun nung story natin, di ba? May grisly truth that it will only lead to death and destruction. So, if we live life within the God-given boundaries and not by our own boundaries, that usually will put us in danger. Life will be fulfilling if it is lived in the boundaries of God. It will be joyful, not just happy, and relationships with people will be meaningful and life-giving. John 10:10 reminds us, I, meaning Jesus, came so that you may have life and have it abundantly. Ang ganda nun, no? That is how life is supposed to be. No matter where you are right now, in your season, in your journey, live abundantly. Yan yung gusto ng Panginoon. So, may you enjoy life within the God-given boundaries. May you create meaningful relationships and unforgettable memories. And may you enjoy life knowing that you can place your complete trust in our sovereign God. Again, this is Just Press Play, and if you want to talk about something, if you want to share something, if you want to be prayed for, you can reach us in our social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Just Press Play PH. And if you want something to get off your chest or to just have someone to talk to, you can email us at justpressplayph@gmail.com. So this is Denmark, and until next time, God bless you, everybody. Bye.